Thinking of picking up Apple's 10th generation iPad in 2025? With the market now crowded by the M-series iPad Pros, the new old Air, and a wave of Android tablets, it's easy to overlook the regular iPad, so let's spend the next few minutes figuring out whether it still deserves a spot in your backpack. First off, the design. Apple finally moved the entry-level iPad into the modern era with that squared-off aluminum frame, uniform bezels, and the relocation of Touch ID to the power button. In the hand, it still feels premium, lighter than a laptop, sturdier than most budget tablets. USB-C on the bottom means a single cable now charges your phone, MacBook, and iPad. No, it's not Thunderbolt fast, but you can still pull photos off a camera or plug in a USB mic without a dongle maze, so that's a win. The display is an underrated highlight. At 10.9 inches, the liquid retina panel hits roughly 500 nits in real-world use, plenty bright for outdoor coffee shop sessions. It's not promotion, so you're capped at 60 Hz. And there's still a slight air gap because Apple reserves a fully laminated screen for pricier models. But colors are vibrant, text is razor sharp, and True Tone keeps everything easy on the eyes. Unless you draw for a living or obsess over 120 Hz scrolling, you likely won't feel shortchanged. How about performance? The A14 Bionic inside might sound old next to M2 and M3 headlines, yet in 2025 it still breezes through everyday tasks. Split view multitasking, smooth, 4K video playback, zero stutter. Even light gaming, think Genshin or Call of Duty Mobile, runs at respectable frame rates. Sure, it exports 4K videos slower than an M-chip iPad Pro, but for note-taking, email triage, and Netflix marathons, the A14 rarely breaks a sweat. Battery life remains a solid 10-ish hours of mixed use. Pop it on USB-C PD and you're back to 50% in about half an hour. Now, accessories. Apple's Folio-style Magic Keyboard isn't supported. Instead, you get the Magic Keyboard Folio. It snaps on magnetically, offers a decent trackpad, and crucially detaches so the kickstand works without the keyboard. Great for movies on a tray table. If you're a heavy typist, the key feel is quieter and cushier than the laptop-style keyboards on the Air or Pro, but still comfortable for long essays. The bigger compromise is the Apple Pencil situation. Because the iPad 10 moved the front-facing camera to landscape orientation, a fantastic change for video calls, there's no internal space for the second-gen Pencil's magnetic charger. That leaves you with a first-gen Pencil and an awkward USB-C adapter. If you're an artist, that alone might push you to the iPad Air. Casual note-takers, though, can live with charging once a week via cable. Speaking of calls, center stage on the 12-megapixel front camera keeps you framed while you move. And the horizontal placement finally stops you from looking off to the side in Zoom meetings. Rear photos are tablet photos, fine for document scans, unimpressive for Instagram. 4-speaker audio would be nice, but the dual-speaker landscape setup gets respectably loud and balanced. Software is where the 10th gen quietly shines. iPad OS 18 runs flawlessly, giving you Stage Manager, external display support, the new AI-powered note summaries, and personalized lock screen widgets. Apple's update window means you'll likely see major upgrades through at least 2029, so longevity isn't a worrying. Let's talk price. Apple lists it at $449 in the US, but frequent sales drop it below $400. Sometimes closer to $350. At that number, you're paying half the cost of an M2 iPad Pro while retaining 80% of what most people actually use an iPad for: streaming, browsing, messaging, remote work, and light creativity. Competing Android tablets may be cheaper, but they rarely match Apple's app ecosystem, resale value, or long-term software support, so who shouldn't buy it? Power users who edit 4K footage daily, digital artists who need second-gen Pencil hover, or anyone demanding 120 Hz will feel the limitations quickly. But students, travelers, families sharing a single device, and professionals needing a reliable note-taking slate will find the 10th gen iPad nearly perfect. Bottom line, in 2025, the iPad 10th generation remains the sweet spot tablet. It's not the flashiest, but it nails the fundamentals: great screen, solid speed, stellar battery, modern ports, and years of updates at a price that's hard to beat. If that checklist aligns with how you actually use a tablet, save your money and grab this one while it's on sale. Your wallet and your backpack will thank you. Now, if you want the latest deals or need a deeper spec comparison against the Air or Pro, check the links in the description and pinned comment. Hit like if this helped, subscribe for more no-nonsense tech reviews, and let me know below, which iPad are you using right now and why? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.